Hello everybody, my name is Kenneth and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be checking out Jessi's newest release, Newsflash. This is the first, I believe, release that Jessi has given us since creating her new solo label. I believe it's called Onni, like the Korean word Onni. Um, I know I'm a little bit late to this. I haven't been able to record anything in about a month, so this adds up. Before we get into this, usual spiel, pause warning. I will pause as much or as little as I like, even if that means I don't get past the first 10 seconds for a whole 5 minutes. Um, I am autistic. Pausing helps me to process things, um, to tell you guys so that I don't forget, and also because this is a reaction, I want to be able to tell you what I want to tell you. So pause warning, if that's not for you, that's totally okay. Go find another video. I'm sure there's a bunch. Um, but you're just not going to gel here. That's fine. But without any further ado, because I've spent too many times trying to do this intro, because words are hard, let's get into Newsflash by Jessi. Let's go. Okay, I wanted to comment really quickly on the opening lyrics about it being destiny. And then we got that lyric there about the press don't sleep. So obviously this song being called Newsflash, um, I expected like a song, I don't know, I don't know, like against like an X or something like that, like Newsflash, like I moved on, like that, that kind of vibe. But no, we're getting a very literal newsflash, like we're getting what do they call it? A fact check or something. A clapback. That's the word. A clapback. Against the press. Because obviously I am aware that there was some news stories about Jessi. I'll be honest, I didn't read much into them, um, so I'm not 100% aware on that. If anyone does know the accurate stuff, because obviously clearly there's some inaccurate stuff here. Please let me know. I would appreciate it. What I was going to say before that lyric, though, was the fact that the song starts with establishing shots of New York, and talk of destiny. Um, I honestly thought we were going to get um, a song, I guess, about dreams, about hope and stuff like that. Obviously, I don't think we are going to get that now, but I just wanted to tell you that just because that was my kind of opening thought. Um, but yeah, I'm liking the drum as well. It's almost like a heel.
I'm not ready for that.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. Newsflash, coming live from the scene. Guess who's back? Yeah, the spotlight's on me, but you knew that. And I'm making
oh,
headlines every time I'm stepping outside. It's a newsflash, walking out of the deal with a new bag. Yeah, seen bad bitch with a new swag. I'm just living my life, alright. I don't catch feelings, I catch flights.
okay. I love the sound of this so far. The edginess, like Jesse's always an artist. I feel like that even with um songs like Zoom, for instance, where you had that very replayable chorus line. Even in songs like that, there's always an edge to Jessi, where it's almost like she steps in the room, everyone everyone looks at her, everyone pays attention to her, and she's reveling in it. Again, I love the sound of this song. The accompaniment has elements in it that almost feel kind of like retro, like throwback nostalgic hip hop kind of elements. Lyrically, I'm loving just the confidence. Um, there's a lyric here um, very early on. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. Um, where she was talking about she was talking about making a deal and coming out with a bag and blah blah blah. It feels out of place lyrically, which you might think like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like she's talking about, she's doing all this stuff lyrically about the press, headline, spotlight, all that kind of stuff. And then she almost comes like, it's almost like she's swerving away from that topic just for that line about making deals and getting her bag, because it feels like they're different themes, but it makes sense because especially with her talking about her making headlines, about having the spotlight, in the same way, it's all about that star power. It's all about that attention. There's almost an element of guaranteed success, that she'll walk into any boardroom anywhere, and she'll come out with something. You know, the bag could literally be a bag at a fashion house, a bag in terms of money, bag in terms of bagging trophies. It could be all of these different kind of things. I love the way that we started as well with the there's a line in where she was saying like, but you knew that, like she's rhyming all of these things off of it's almost like off of a list, but she knows she doesn't have to. I really, really like that.
Making headlines every time I'm stepping outside. It's a newsflash. Walking out of the deal with a new bag.
That line, there we go.
Bitch with a new swag. I'm just living my life, alright. I don't catch feelings, I catch flight.
I love the outfit.
Believe all the hype. I don't read what they type. Media talking, just see this, just see that. You want me out like a stray little kitty cat.
Okay, I'm gonna come back because mid interruption. Given my earlier question about like what happened, given that lyric that she just said, don't bother telling me. I don't need to know. Jessie's not looking. I don't care. I love that though, like especially the fact like I'm not reading what they wrote. Like that would like when your entire job is to write stories and write, news, but stories. And then someone turns around like, I'm not reading that. Like, all I can imagine is like a cartoon of like a cartoon character with a cloud over their head or something. So like Jessi says that, and then the cloud just opens and just that's just what I imagine it'd be like. I love that though. I love that everything is set like here in New York. I say here in New York. I'm not in New York. Everything in the music video is set in New York. I don't know, it's just got such iconic locations.
Media talking, just see this, just see that. You want me out like a stray little kitty cat. She got the world at her feet.
Yeah.
Pressing for a story. Next week.
I love that. Pressing for a story. That repetitive R, pressing story. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's the way that. Also, next be breaking, looking for me. Oh my god. When you're walking down the street and you're trying to 360 your head to look after someone. Oh my god, this is so good. I really like this. I again, I think I said this at the beginning of the video. I've already forgotten what I said at the beginning of the video. I didn't know what we were gonna get from this release. I'm loving it. It's great. Also, I just noticed it's over 3 minutes. Thank you, Jessi. I appreciate you. I'm hoping as well, just because it is over 3 minutes. I'm not going to be disappointed if not, but is there going to be a switch up? A fancy bridge, maybe? I'm excited. Right, let me go back.
Got the world at her feet. Press be pressing for a story. Next be breaking, looking for me. Turn his story to her story.
Oh, I like that.
She on the scene, reaching new heights. She got big dreams, placing big bets. She be scoring, she's still that beat. I'm the ordinary. It was all destiny. It was all meant to be. But the press don't sleep. And we're live in 3, 2, Newsflash.
I love that. I need to hear that again. I love the way though almost before that kind of that section that I paused comes in, it's almost like it's like an anti-drop comes after like a chorus or whatever. It's almost like she went into a pre-chorus and then she anti-dropped and then allowed like that countdown 3, 2, 1 da 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 to rebuild that energy. But it was really interesting the way that we had this build up and it felt like whoop and then back in. Oh, I really like that. I did it the wrong way. Wait, did that say gum? Sorry, I just noticed on the cereal. Did that say gum? Oh, never mind. Never mind. It said GLM. I saw because of the way the bottle covers it up perfectly. I thought, oh my god, gum. But no, it looks like GLM. Never mind. Never mind. I was like, oh, that'd be a nice little throwback. Because as well, the brand at the top, it says Oni, so I don't catch feelings, I catch flights. The lyricism is so clever. Like genuinely. I wish I had like even just a small sprinkle of that lyrical talent. Oh god, that's so cool. And again, it still feeds into that perfect description of her and her kind of her power all the way through this, even with the lyric about turning his story into her story. It's all flexing her power and it's all it's just so good. I love the way that this genuinely like sounds as well. Like we haven't had like a vocal sing moment. It's all been very rap heavy. But oddly it makes sense, and it like when I say singing, I mean like I'm thinking like big belty notes, that's what I mean. Because I know that you can do that. Sorry, my brain went there. But yeah, usually like you'd wonder where that would go in the chorus, but it worked the way that she delivered that chorus. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Sorry, I did.
Outside, bet you miss me, right? Should've thought about it when you diss me, right? It's official. You a grown man acting like I bit you.
Shut up. That is such. Oh my god. The way as well, like obviously, I don't know if this is directed at a particular news reporter man or person man or whatever man, but the way that line. And I say this as a man, but the way that line could be applied to so many men. This is, oh, I love it.
When you diss me, right? It's official. You a grown man acting like I bit you. Got a little shine, but the karma won't miss you. I guess it comes down to my lifestyle. Still rocking that stage like a wild child. You're behind the scenes, bro. I'm the real deal. I'm the one taking action like Kill Bill.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. I just realized as well earlier, I said I was going to rewatch something and then I got distracted. This is why I pause, friends. because if I don't pause, and even when I do pause, I get distracted. I'm like a magpie. You put a shiny thing in front of my face. I'm like, um, you're a behind the scenes deal, dude. I think it was, and I'm the real deal. Oh my god. It's almost like she's saying, like, you know, those people that like criticize every single thing because they themselves cannot do the things that they're criticizing. It's like it's like the cleverest way to say that. Like, it's such a smart way of saying, don't don't speak to me or don't speak of me just because of your incompetence. I love this.
You got a little shine, but the karma won't miss you. I guess it comes down to my lifestyle. Still rocking that stage like a wild
I
child.
love her growl.
I'm the real deal. I'm the one taking action like Kill Bill. Kill, 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 kill. They need me, yeah. Crowd go wild when you see me, yeah. Back on top like a beanie, yeah. Better run me right like a genie, yeah. Better get it, yeah. I never quit. How we gon' lose when all we do is win? So when they televise and you fucking with the lies,
I do like this change up.
Newsflash, coming live from the scene. Guess who's
Is channel 15? Sorry, is channel 15 a reference to how long Jessi has been in the industry? Is that like channel 15 like 15 years? I don't know. Forgive me. I'm not great with dates, genuinely. But is that feels like maybe like that? Or is channel 15 one of the kind of the stations that were reporting stuff about her or something? I don't know. I like this change up in this like a it's like a middle eight verse kind of section almost. Again, lyrically genius. From the better of me, like a genie line to the giddy up line. Again, you've got all of these references to luck, to karma, to destiny, which has been a running theme. And then that's kind of contrasted with giddy up, obviously. Horse racing, very big industry, gambling, money, a lot of money goes through that. And so again, you've got luck and stuff like that, but the horses themselves are arguably working very hard, you know, in race horses. But again, with Jessi, it's this giddy up kind of, it's this join almost the wave of power that I have, join the crew, as it were. I sound so uncool when I'm saying the crew. But you get it, like it's I don't even know if she intended the racehorse stuff, and I might just be, I do a lot of reading into things. But it does feel like that almost. It's almost like, feel free to use me for my fame, because I won't, like, I doubt, like, with racehorses, for instance, you've got your jockey and you've got your racehorse, right? In this, and I hate, because this sounds really rude, Jessi in this is almost like the workhorse, and the actual horse, and then the people she's calling out is almost like the jockey, right? But unlike the actual relationship between a jockey and their horse, it's almost like, yeah, I'll do all the work for you. You're just a random person just using me to get where you want to go. So come on then, kind of thing. But obviously, as well, with kind of the way the lyrics changed up, there is an element of camaraderie as well. I don't know, I'm rambling. I'm rambling. I'm sure someone's going to have an issue with me rambling about that. Especially probably because it went nowhere. But that's fine.
I never quit. How we gon' lose when all all we do is win. So when they televise and you fucking with the lies, turn the TV on, bitch. Channel 15. Newsflash, coming live from the scene. Guess who's back? Yeah, the spotlight's on me, but you knew that. And I'm making headlines every
Oh, that was cute.
stepping outside. It's a newsflash. Walking out of the deal with a new bag. Yeah, same bad bitch with a new swag. I'm just living my life, alright. I don't catch feelings, I catch flight now. Yeah. 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 I'm just feeling myself. Come on.
I just want to go back a little bit. I did want to just talk about the fact that I love all of the people in the music video. Just all of the, like, I know obviously they're probably all actors and stuff like that, but there looked like a genuine camaraderie between them. Like they could almost have, and if they are, like I said, they probably are just actors, but just the way that they all kind of interacted with each other, it felt like almost like a real family, like a real community. I don't know if anyone else, and if anyone else saw that. I really like this. The headscarf is kind of giving, and the glasses are kind of giving me Audrey Hepburn. And again, Audrey Hepburn, an icon. It feels like that, but mixed with the styling of it as well as the styling of the rest of the outfit. It's like she's borrowing or being inspired by that, but making it her own. I don't know if, again, if I'm off base with that, but that's kind of what I'm feeling.
Yeah. I'm just feeling myself. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Jabbies, 고마워.
Oh my god, I love Jessi on me.
I love that. I like that with this, just not even to do with the song, but just Jessi's kind of how she's moving forward with like the label and stuff like that. She's very much kind of taking on the female empowerment role. She's also kind of, she's almost like, it feels like she's trying to lay the groundwork for the future Jessies, the future girls that are gonna, you know, become stars, become singers, rappers, and all that kind of things. I love that she's doing that. I think because she's been in the industry for a great deal of time now, and I think the fact that she's willing to kind of put forward almost like leave a flag for someone else to find kind of thing. I think that shows a great deal about who Jessi is as a person. Like even if you don't know her personally, like we don't know her personally, but like I feel like that tells you who she is. I love the way that she recognized the Jebby fandom, the Jebby's fandom, Jebby fan. How would you say that singular? um, there, especially because she did it in Korean. That the recognition of those who have been with her probably since she debuted, since she began, that are still with her now. I think that's really nice. I think the biggest thing that surprised me at the end there, musically, was the little high-pitched vocal sample. I expected it to play, do the do part, and then repeat, and then move on. So I was very kind of surprised it didn't repeat there. Yeah. I think with the sound of the song as well, I think the decision to film in New York was incredibly clever. Just because the sound is so quintessentially hip hop, and I feel like a lot of hip hop, and I'm not an expert in this, so I apologize if I'm getting it wrong. But a lot of hip hop came from the city, came from New York, that kind of thing. So it feels like that, as well as obviously the other things of themes of destiny and things like that, and karma. That whole concrete jungle kind of where dreams are made of kind of thing, that also plays into it, of course. Um, there's another thing that surprised me. The gentleman in the video that featured kind of prominently in the we'll call them the dual shots, the duo shots. The way he was standing, I was expecting him to have a verse. I thought maybe like he was a rapper or something like that. The song itself, like the title of the title of the YouTube video for the music video, didn't have a featuring artist, but I didn't know if like there was a featuring artist and if he was that. Um, I'm really glad that there wasn't a featured artist. No offense to that person if they were a rapper, but more just because um, I think it would take away from the message of the song. I think it would have distracted maybe, um, especially because a lot of it was you were seeing Jesse's star power, Jesse's influence, kind of Jessi as Jessi. We wouldn't need we wouldn't need um, I'm calling it a distraction of a second person to reinforce that because we have Jessi there doing that. Um, I'm just gonna say this is the most coherent I've been able to speak in over a week. um, yeah, yeah, really, really like it. Um, yeah, I don't think I have any other thoughts. But I really, really enjoyed it. Oh, that's actually a thing. Last thought. Again, feeding into that nostalgic element. You've got the very real 4:3 aspect ratio of the video. Very intentional. It brings you in closer to the shots, which makes Jessi even like more stronger appearing. But also in the latter part of the music video where you have all of those beautiful people that are with her, it's almost like you're in that group, like you're very close. Um, like from like just physically distance, you feel like you're very close. Um, yeah, I really like that. Um, final thought that I just thought of. I like the use of the TV because again, with what I was saying earlier about how she seems to be laying down the foundation for the future generations. Um, uh, the use of the TV obviously is very generational, um, but it's the thing often nowadays, especially, um, even the past 30 years, 40 years, sort of thing. Um, the young generations of those eras, not eras, but you know what I mean. They grew up watching TV, and who you see on TV has an impact on who you are. If you don't see someone who looks like you, talks like you, um, acts like you, whatever it is, yes, you might find yourself making space for yourself, pushing through those boundaries yourself. But then on the flip side, if you're not very confident, like I'm imagining like a young girl, if you're not a very confident young girl, um, you might go, this space isn't for me. There's no place for me. And so it feels like using the TV channels there, yes, obviously is linked to the whole Newsflash news kind of call out. But also it's that way of I'm being that responsible person. I'm being that um, example for young girls to aspire to. Um, I remember, and I just remember it now. I haven't seen whatever this was from, but Jessi was in, I think, a drama of some kind. And she was like a teacher. Again, I've only seen like a clip of this, like when I was scrolling on social media, so I don't know anything about this. Um, but even in that role, she was very much an advocate for the, not necessarily the voiceless, but the quietly voiced people and girls in her life. And so while that was a drama, she seems to have that same kind of goal in her own personal life, beyond that character. Um, and I really, really applaud her for that. Um, I really, really enjoyed this. I will be adding this to my Apple Music after we're done here. Um, but yeah, I really, really liked it. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this with me. I've talked your ear off for about 30 minutes, just over. But I hope you enjoyed my thoughts, my reaction. Please go and support the song. She doesn't need me to say that, but I do recommend you always go support the song. Thank you guys so much for watching my reaction, and I will see you guys in the next video, potentially. Bye, everyone. Bye.